Welcome, sports fans, to STSPN and Westco 4A girls basketball, brought to you by Speedway Chevrolet. Tonight we have the Kamiak Knights with a record of 1-0 in conference, 3-2 overall, visiting the Jackson Timberwolves, 0-1 in conference and 2-2 overall. I'm Mike Buckles, along with Executive Director Todd Elvig, who is directing the entire process of video, audio, and also controlling the tech crew out in the mobile truck. Kamiak is coached by Brian Norman, an open league with a 39-37 win over Mount Vernon. With 8 seniors on the roster, the Knights have their sights set on a district berth and to get to district and a chance to move on to regionals. Kamiak finished 6th last year, but with 8 seniors on the roster, they have won a couple of close games this year by virtue of their experience. So Kamiak with 8 seniors, a very experienced team. The Jackson Timberwolves are coached by Corey Gibb, and they lost some senior standouts from last year's third-place league team. Have a youth movement going on in progress, led by point guard Mac Koenig. The Wolves dropped their league opener to Lake Stevens. 2-2 record overall. The Wolves need to get into the league win column tonight with the young team that they have. Want to thank you for joining us. And we've cut the music, and Corey Gibb decked out, and dare I say, he's got the ugly Christmas sweater on.
He's looking good.
Yeah, it looks like the coaches have the contest going on here, and always try to fit whatever season that they have. We saw the volleyball coaches decked out in Halloween garb, and now we've got the Christmas-themed garb with the Jackson Timberwolves. It's the first night of the break, so our crowd is sort of sparse.
I think the hat wins.
The hat wins, yeah. That's he's looking over at us now, giving us a smile. That means he knows we're talking about him. So let's take a look at the starting lineups tonight for the Kamiak Knights, coached by Brian Norman. It is Abby, Kazar, number 3. Number 4, Margot Manilow. Number 5, Brooke Erlinson. Number 11, Jordan Poria. And number 24, Sloan Loudenbach. For Coach Gibbs' Jackson Timberwolves, it's number 2, McKendra Mac Koenig. Number 4, Abigail Grayson. Number 21, Emma Merwin. Number 24, Riley Mechanic, and number 40, Jaden Curtin. Veteran referee crew here tonight as teams are being introduced. We'll be getting ready here for either the flag salute or, I don't see the band here tonight, so I'm guessing, but sometimes they play the Star Spangled Banner. So getting ready here for Westco 4A girls basketball. Mike Buckles along with Todd Elvig.
And I'd like to note that right down here in front of us, with the lesser of the hair, is Joel Vincent, previous football coach here.
Previous coach of Jackson, football coach, okay.
He's got the mic tonight.
Announcing the lineups. Welcome back. Sorry about the delay. It is 6-4 with the Kamiak Knights leading the Jackson Timberwolves. We're at Jackson High. Both teams playing a similar style here in terms of both teams have struggled somewhat offensively this year, as Kamiak averages 42.3 a game, Jackson averaging 41.8, and there's been several turnovers. Right now, Jackson with the benefit of that turnover, and Matt Koenig handling the ball there against a pretty tough matchup zone here being employed by the Kamiak Knights, who are wearing the black uniforms. Ball goes inside, and that shot by Emma Merwin misses. And now Jordan Poria handling for the Knights. And she turns it over. Comes Jackson in the transition. Block shot. Good timing there. Poria already has one foul, and we're going to have another foul called here, as going to be a 2-shot foul, as Sloan Loudenbach 5'10" post player gets caught for her first foul. And Koenig at the line. And she missed her first 3 shots from the field before that one rims out there. Keys to the game tonight. Both teams will be depending on guard play to establish offensive rhythm. And as I mentioned, both teams have been erratic on offense, with Kamiak, though, winning some very close games. Saves the possession by Kamiak. So we've got a 30-second timeout. We'll be taking a break and be right back here.
Well, we'll probably keep it here because
okay,
we're sorry that the stream stopped, but something just blew up.
Everything was working perfectly until we were ready to go.
Exactly.
I think we can blame that on the crew out in the truck.
That's what I'm thinking.
Who knows what they're doing out there? They're supposed to be paying attention, but
you know, it's always, you know, they probably thought it was running good and they went out for a smoke break or something.
Well, I want to thank you for joining us here tonight. It is the last day of school here at Jackson for a couple of weeks, and not a whole lot of people here. We stopped again?
I'm good, but I'm in the middle of the game.
Not a whole lot of people here, so we want to thank you if you are tuning in. I thought Todd said something there. I was looking at the screen. And here we go with a block shot and a foul called on Avery Hare. Now, it looked like she got a lot of ball there, but wow. She did have a hand on the hip of Grace Slimp, who will be at the free throw line shooting 2 for the Kamiak Knights. Kamiak's regular colors are purple, but they're wearing black jerseys tonight, trimmed in white. Jackson with white, trimmed in dark forest green and black. Score 7-4 now as second one drops out, and Hannah Mack comes down with the rebound as she has just checked into the game for the T-Wolves. Mack has the ball in the left wing, launches a 3. It is an air ball, and that is about the 4th air ball put up by the Timberwolves so far. Full court pressure. Inbounder will be senior Jordan Poria. Ball goes out of bounds across the way here. It's a dark and stormy night outside. If you saw those intro graphics where we had the snow. That's a nice graphic, by the way, Todd, but that's not what it looks like outside right now. Double teamed at the high post, and Poria gets it back, is going to kick it out to Laudenbach. And inside, jump hook goes up, does not draw iron. And Kamiak going to run it down with a hustle play. Clock down to 5, however. Kick to the side, and a lot of contact there. And contact on the shot, no call. Looked to me like a foul could have been called on the drive. Full court, 2-2-1 look by the Knights. They've been dropping back and matching up quite well out of the 2-3 zone. 7-4 is the lead. They're trapping out of it now. And slicing and dicing. Abby Grayson gets through on the right side, kisses it off the glass. And there's another turnover by the Knights, and Koenig lays that one in. So all of a sudden, Wolves were down, and now they're up 1, 8-7. And there's a good steal as Kamiak fails to step to the ball. The defender, Jaden Curtin, does and gets the steal. But the Wolves mishandle, and the ball is turned over. Minute 28 to go here in the first quarter. 8-minute quarters played in high school basketball with a 30-second shot clock. And a steal by Hannah Mack, and unable to convert. And the ball goes out of bounds to the Knights. So it is early in the season as teams are trying to find their basketball rhythm. It's been a little bit sloppy here so far. And Jackson wants to know why the ball goes to Kamiak. Oh, they give it to Jackson. They turn it around. That was interesting because I thought the ball hit the end line, but I don't have the best view. So Koenig gets the ball. They run kind of a standard play, which is screen for the inbounder. 3-point attempt, another air ball for Jackson off target. 1:13 to go. Kamiak, as I mentioned, has been in some close games here. Grace Slimp driving to the basket, has that one knocked away. Jackson comes up with it. Clock's down to 1 minute to go here in the quarter. Moving inside, short corner, step out. Grayson has her shot blocked by 5'10" Sloan Loudenback. Neither one of these teams have a lot of height. They have a little bit of height, both of them with a couple of girls at 5'10". And inside play, knocked out by Kamiak, and we'll do it again. Wide open in the corner, another air ball for the Timberwolves. And here come the Knights. Nayela George has that one knocked away, and Jackson will have the possession. Koenig from way downtown nails that one. Makes it 11-7, and the press is starting to bother the Knights here a little bit. They were up 7-4, and we've got a 7-0 run by the Jackson 5 here. Man-to-man defense being employed by the Timberwolves. High post entry for the Knights. Going to run a little weave. Loudenback flings up a wild shot off the side. And an opportunity here for Jackson. If they can get the shot off, they do get it off. And it is no good. So we have reached the end of the first quarter. And Jackson trailed early but came back to take an 11-7 lead. We'll be right back after this commercial break here on STS. Jackson has the basketball working against that 2-3 zone of Kamiak. Some quick ball movement, comes back to Koenig, who hit a 3 a moment ago. Was cold early and then hit a 3 towards the end to go along with a couple of other baskets. So Koenig doing well from the scoring. There's a wild shot, air ball being battled for underneath. And Grace Slimp picks it up short off the rim, but Kamiak been doing a good job of offensive rebounding. And new shot clock. Now it's down to 23 as that is knocked out of bounds. Grace Slimp will inbounds, and she throws it right to Hannah Mack, who lays it in and gets fouled. Hannah Mack, just a freshman, came in the game partway through the first quarter and has had some nice plays already to start with. So opportunity for a three-point play the old-fashioned way here as the foul called on Abigail Morton. Mack finishes that three-point play off, and we got a football score, 14-7. It was 7-4. So Kamiak having trouble with the full court pressure, and that's a bad spot to dribble into there as Emma Merwin steals that away but loses the handle. So a 1-1-2-1 press being employed by the Jackson Timberwolves, and this time Kamiak breaks it but can't get the finish. The battle for the rebound out inside, and Jackson going to come away. Riley Mechanic. Or Mechanic. I'm actually not sure of the pronunciation on that.
Well, my blood pressure's going to come down now.
That's probably a good thing here.
Yeah.
And Koenig comes off the high screen, pulls up about 17 feet away, hits a long two, and she's got a nice shot. And again, and Corey Gibb not liking that call, and understandable. Oh, he does like it as they get it back. I think he thought the call went the other way.
Well, he should be happy that we don't have the coach cam tonight. We had it the other night.
Well, he's got that ugly sweater on, so I don't know how much we want to see of that. I've known Coach Gibb for a long time. When I moved on from Arlington, he followed me, coached the Eagles for a while, then went to Mariner. Now he's over here at Jackson in his second season. Got a sub coming in, a couple of subs. Abby Grayson checks back in, and we're going to see Anna Romillo checking in. Full court pressure has been effective for Jacksonville. Why do I keep saying Jacksonville? I feel like I've been in Disneyland or something. For the Jackson T-Wolves. And
you've been taking too much of that pain meds.
Yeah, that's true. I just had surgery, so that could have something to do with it. The Knights setting their offense up against the man-to-man, and nice double team again. Foul, though, is called on Emma Mervin. And that's going to bring Jordan Poria back in. And a little bit surprising since a lot of seniors on the roster for the Knights, and the younger players of Jackson High School have definitely been bothering them on the defensive end. And there it is inside with the push, reverse layup.
Nice play.
Manilow. And personally, I like to see it when the players are able to use that backboard on the reverse layup.
Is that what they have that there for?
That's what they have the backboard for. He hit it right off of that square, misses the free throw, and the rebound comes off to Grayson. Trying to run some transition. She throws it to the open spot, saved by Koenig. Good hustle play. Grayson gets it back. Double team by the Knights. And Koenig misses another three, does not draw iron. So shooting has been erratic. And defense again. Koenig comes up with the loose ball and misses the layup. Manilow ahead, layup attempt and the foul. It rolls out. Brooke Erlinson, a 5'10" post player, who hit a three earlier in the game. It is 16-9 now, and the score. Erlinson's going to shoot a pair. Merwin already with three, and that's going to bring the freshman Hannah Mack back in. And Erlinson makes good on the first free throw. 4:59 to go here in the first half. Score is 16-10, make it 11. Back to the 2-2-1 press. One reason why teams employ the 2-2-1 a lot of times if you're going to play zone is that it works out very well to fall back into that 2-3 zone. Everybody more or less knows where their spots are. They just extend the defense. Almost a turnover. Koenig with some slick ball handling comes up with a Mack down on the low block. Jump hook rolls out. Good rebound by the Knights. Here comes Poria inside. She gets fouled. Poria going to shoot a pair.
She was pleading her case with the coach on the way back when she got that steal there a couple of plays ago. Like, no, it wasn't my fault.
9 team fouls. And that one skips out of there. Jaden Curtin coming back in. Kamiak, for the most part, playing with 4 guards and a forward. Curtin really at 5'10", the only player that really seems to be a player who could have some inside presence, and she's looking to post up there, steps out. As the ball gets back to Mechanic. 3 ball on the way, skims out, and there's Koenig. Rebound
not
by
afraid
Poria.
to shoot it.
Never up, never in, I say. That one a little bit too strong. Curtin comes down with the rebound. 2-3 zone. Brooke Erlinson anchoring it in the middle. Another one does not draw iron, but perfectly positioned on the weak side block is Jaden Curtin, and she puts it in off the glass. Makes the score 18-11, and she's going to go to the line as Poria got called for her second foul. Poria now receives the outlet. Going to go cross court. Left-handed jumper on the way, short off the iron. Koenig comes down with another rebound, loses the handle. And Manilow kicks it out, but a travel called. And another turnover. Both teams with their share of turnovers tonight. 7-point lead. And by Jackson. Breaking the double team, skip pass across and inside. Nice defense. Rugby scrum, and we've got a jump ball. Arrow points to Jackson. No reset on the clock. We've got 16 seconds. Hannah Mack will be the inbounder. Box formation, and we've got a timeout as Coach Gibb not happy with what he's seen. Time for commercial break, and off we go here on STSPN. 18-11, Jackson over Kamiak. Welcome back. Out of bounds play and a different formation look now for Jackson, and they get it inside to Curtin on the block. She looks around, kicks it out to the freshman Mack. 3-ball rebounded by Manilow of Kamiak. Kamiak moves it, gets the ball inside, turn and face. Brooke Erlinson. Didn't quite get all the way squared up, but got the roll on it. Erlinson at 5'10" and a senior for Kamiak cuts the lead to 5, 18-13. Mack inside, takes a look, jump hook on the way. Curtin tries to keep it alive, cannot. And a rebound by Poria. And Poria is now going to walk it across the timeline. Running their man-to-man offense against the Jackson T-Wolves. And Coach Norman wants to make an adjustment here. With 2:15 to go, he takes the timeout. Wolves still on top of the Knights, 18-13. We got a 30-second timeout. We will be right back.
Since 2003, Gamut 360 Holdings has been recognized as a premier local builder of new homes and commercial properties in the Puget Sound area. Our 360-degree construction approach matches first-class materials with the highest construction standards to create truly unique and timeless communities for our Northwest neighborhoods. Visit Gamut360.com and discover the home that matters most to you.
Welcome back. Mike Buckles here on STSPN, and Kamiak Knights have the basketball, just 12 on the shot clock, and that's one of the things that sometimes teams don't remember when they come out of a timeout. They think they have the full 30. 3-ball on the way, though. Well done. Nice down screen. Popped Brooke Erlinson open on the left wing, and she buries it.
Put him right back in it.
18-16. And now it's Jackson's turn to be bothered a little bit here by the pressure, and 3-ball on the way. Erlinson rips down the board. And
Well, I think there's a carry there.
Manilow with the ball. Nice dribble drive. Throws up a left-hander. Gets it back. Lays it in. Off the iron. And Poria picks that up. Oh.
A little traveling there. Took too many steps.
She did not, actually. She did not. It was that Euro step, and that kind of throws some the traditional referees off. As she picked it up, landed on one foot, you get one more as long as you shoot it. And we got some sort of a glitch here with the 30-second clock, I believe.
Glitch in the score too.
So the question though is are we on the air or aren't we?
We are absolutely on the air.
We are absolutely on the air, and
but how come part of the score went away?
1:16 to go in the second quarter. And the score is 18-16. Jackson on top. And apparently we've got concern with one of the officials about a person in the crowd as Mack misses the three. Manilow rips the board. Goes inside, and Erlinson looking like she wanted the foul call, did not get it. Mack makes her way to the right block, puts it in off the glass, 20-16, and we're at 45 seconds. Manilow brings it across half court, kicks it to Poria. Erlinson going to launch another one. This one well off target, doesn't draw iron. Koenig gets the pass ahead, finds her teammate, and it's Poria blocks that one out of bounds as Jaden Curtin did a good job of running the floor that time in transition. Mechanic has the ball out top, gets it to Mack and gets it back. Taking a look, going to go to the corner to Curtin. And losing the handle inside is Koenig. Opportunity for the last shot here for Kamiak. And shot of Kizzer is blocked, foul called, but it will be non-shooting as Kamiak has some fouls to give here. 2.8 left on the clock. And Koenig going to get it, go to her right, makes it to the three-point line, three on the way. No good, 20-16, Jackson over Kamiak at halftime. So we've got a close game going. Want to thank everybody for joining us here on STSPN, and this broadcast brought to you by Speedway Chevrolet. We'll be right back after our halftime commercial break, and we'll have some stats for you here. Don't go away.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Because we are Snohomish County's premier Lennox dealer, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. The Lennox Home Comfort System creates the ideal home environment. Enjoy innovation in every season with precise, quietly efficient Lennox heat pumps that keep your life simply perfect. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electric today or visit us at gsheating.com.
McDaniel's Do It Center is located in beautiful Snohomish, Washington. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, they are proud to provide the Snohomish Valley with exceptional hardware, tools, lawn and garden, and sporting goods products. Their commitment to delivering legendary customer service and their outstanding employees continue to make McDaniel's the best and one of the most recognized Do It Best centers in the nation. Stop by and experience for yourself the difference between McDaniel's and the big box stores. Discover why so many people are choosing to shop at McDaniel's.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow-through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
It's like a loop machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loop machine.
We are all frustrated with the high cost of heating and cooling our homes. At GNS, we are completely changing the way you keep your home comfortable. Our Mitsubishi electric cooling and heating system allows you to control the temperature in each room separately, all of which can be controlled from your smartphone or tablet. And because we are the mini split experts here in Washington, we can design a perfect system for you, one that will save you a lot of money on your utility bill. Call GNS Heating, Cooling, and Electrical today or visit us at gsheating.com.
Hey, sports fans, do you want to know when and where your favorite teams in the Wesco Conference are playing? Who won the game last night? And what the current standings are? Well, it's easy to find out on WescoAthletics.com. The information is entered by athletic directors and coaches, so you know it's accurate and up to date, making WescoAthletics.com the place to view official schedules, scores, standings, photos for all the schools and all the sports in the Wesco Conference. Check out WescoAthletics.com, the official website of the Wesco Conference.
Welcome back to STSPN and Wesco 4A Girls Basketball, brought to you by Speedway Chevrolet. Jackson Timberwolves with a 20-16 lead at halftime. I'm going to give you the scoring rundown right now. First for the visiting Knights of Kamiak. Margot Manilow with 2 points. Brooke Erlinson leads the way with 10. Jordan Poria has chipped in 3 points, and Tess Shornack has a free throw for 1 point, and that gives them the 16. For the Jackson Timberwolves, McKendra, known as Mac Koenig, leading the way with 9 points. Abby Grayson with 2. Hannah Mack, freshman off the bench, making her presence known with 5 points. And Jaden Curtin, 4 points and battling for rebounds inside. Kamiak will have first possession here in the third quarter, 8 minutes on the clock, and we are underway as Manilow, working against some full court pressure by Abby Grayson, and gets the ball to the wing, and Kamiak looking for a little bit of a weave action. High screen and roll inside, pass goes awry and hits Jaden Curtin. She was wide open, but that's not the intended target. So Curtin comes up with a steal, and Koenig gets away with the travel. As Jackson moves the ball around. Shot from the free throw, rims out. Nice rebound by Sloan Loudenbach, and here comes the Knights. Going to look inside, and a shot high off the glass goes awry for Abby Kizier, and Koenig handling the ball out top.
We got halftime score here. Boys, on the boys' side, Glacier Peak 40, the Monroe Bearcats 24 at the half.
Koenig misses another 3. Neither team has been particularly hot with their shooting. I'm sure we don't have the percentages, but they seem to be down there a little bit. That one rims out as well, and another rebound for Brooke Erlinson. Erlinson, a 5'10" post for the Knights, and had 10 points in the first half. Good pressure by Jackson, and excellent help as Kizier drives down the right side of the lane, and Curtin comes over and rejects that one, gets a block shot. Out of bounds play with 16 on the clock. Inside it goes, and we've got a jump ball as Koenig reaches in and blocks that shot. Loudenbach had that one down low, tried to go up with it. Koenig got her hand on the top. Good call by the official. Kamiak, full court pressing. Jackson breaks it, wide open 3, missed, but Koenig comes up with another loose ball. She comes up with all sorts of loose balls, gets inside and gets pushed on the body. Now the referee out here had to make the call right in front of the referee underneath. And that's one thing I don't like about the 3-man mechanics, because he'll ask the referee, why didn't you call that? And he'll say, well, that wasn't my call. Because once you have the dribble on the wing, it's this referee's call here, as Koenig is going to go to the line and makes the first.
I had somebody explaining each person's job the other night, and it was pretty impressive. There's a lot going through those refs' heads.
Well, I would like to see a little bit of overlap, because really the referee with the better view of that was inside. The correct call was made, however. 21-16, and Koenig misses a pair. Manilow, left-hander up, and she gets another offensive rebound, misses it again. And Manilow's gotten a couple of those offensive rebounds, not successful on the putbacks, but working hard inside. 21-16 is the score. The ball up.
I don't know about that one.
Well, yeah, Poria did hit it out, but she got clobbered. So instead of calling the foul, they give them the ball. These games can get pretty physical, as you know. Nice hand by the Jackson defender, and they miss a layup. So that's been epidemic of missed layups by a lot of teams. Shot up, misses, curtain boards. Lautenbach couldn't get that one to go. Koenig inside, and she gets called for the carry. And you were mentioning that earlier, that what happens sometimes is that you're watching the players dribble and they just make it look natural. So, good call.
We're still waiting for Kamiak to make a score here because for some reason the 16 won't show up.
Okay. Well, the audience knows they have 16. Laudenbach has it on the right wing, drives in, up with the left hand, off the glass. Merwin comes down with it. Ball goes out of bounds. Jackson keeps possession. Box formation. A foul is called, okay. And it looks like we're going to get the screen here for Merwin in the corner. There she is, shot on the way, off the front rim. Poria with the rebound. Poria, I should say, kicks it out. Wide open shot, nothing but net. Grace Slimp, nice.
There it goes.
Penetration and pitch. 21-18 now is the score. Good pressure, Merwin. Stopped on the inside by good defense. And Koenig misses another one. Koenig expending a ton of energy out there, trying to get Poria to turn the ball over. Goes inside, up. It does not go. Foul is called. Okay, we call black 11 with the push. That would be
somebody that's not out there.
Well, she had the ball and shot. So now we got some confusion. The referee's going to have to huddle up here.
Oh, there she is.
Okay, so maybe they called it on Koenig. Oh, he called it on Koenig. Black 11 was the person who was fouled. Okay. And Poria inside, off the glass, and it goes, and we're back to 21-20. Yeah, she did a nice job of using the glass. 2-2-1 press. Koenig called for a carry again. So the referees, I'm going to suggest, huddled up at halftime and had a discussion about whether or not they're going to call.
I told you I saw
that.
some carries.
Yeah, well, you always see some, you know, especially with the kind of the slick ball handlers sometimes. And inbounds goes right to Koenig, and she's going to go lay that one in. So Kamiak with some careless ball handling.
I think Grace Slip is going to have to reach a little further for that next time.
And spinning down the lane, getting the nice touch, Nyela George, freshman in for Kamiak. Grayson down the lane, looks inside, but too late with that as Poria did a nice job of dropping down into the passing lane for the steal. Another spin move, that one rims out. Grayson boards. Kicks it ahead to Mechanic. Grayson gets it back, and Koenig, you know, she bears the three, and she's timeout. Goes to 26-22, and Kamiak not doing a good job, really, of locating her. She's been able to shoot more or less from the outside whenever she wants, and Kamiak's got to make some adjustments. We'll be right back after this commercial break here on STSPN.
Since 2003, Gamut 360 Holdings has been recognized as a premier local builder of new homes and commercial properties in the Puget Sound area. Our 360-degree construction approach matches first-class materials with the highest construction standards to create truly unique and timeless communities for our Northwest neighborhoods. Visit Gamut360.com and discover the home that matters most to you.
Here you go.
We are back, and Kamiak kind of standing around, didn't have an inbounder. Lucky they didn't get a 5-second call here. And George, nicely done, missed the shot, but came down the middle on transition and put the shot up, pounding the boards, Kamiak. And they've got 3 shots this possession already. So nice job of rebounding. Nyela George, another opportunity here, gets the rebound.
Oh, my.
And jump ball called inside. As both teams are firing up now with the Timberwolves over the Knights by a 26-22 score. Box formation here. And they're going to look for Loudenbach. As she drives inside, gets hacked, misses a shot, but she's going to shoot a pair. That foul called on.
Shout out to the Jackson Boosters for getting us out here.
It's always nice to get help when you need it. First shot, no good. And the young Wolves been doing a good job today. Loudenbach, the senior, makes the second. It's 26-23. And not really looking in the middle. Skip pass. Mechanic has it. She's going to pull up, shoot a left-hander. And it gets the roll. Shooter's touch, 28-23. A little bit of contact there. Play's getting a little bit more physical and thus also a little more sloppy. And stepping through with the crossover there is Tess Shornick, sophomore.
That's the second time in a couple minutes that Emma Merwin was on the floor.
You like to see players on the floor hustling. Mechanic way over on the side has an out of bounds play. A lot of time left on the clock, 22nd. Merwin going to launch a long one. High in the air, ball being battled around and coming down with it is Grace Slimp. Now here's what, now she's swinging elbows. She gets the ball and the referee's talking about it. So she gets the ball in the swinging elbows. However, one of the things that happens is that when the player gets the rebound and gets collapsed upon and people are hacking at you, that's somewhat of a natural response. So
natural, but not.
Well, right, but really, if they're gonna swarm and create problems, she's gonna get called again here.
Ooh, we got some.
This one's on 24.
We need to have a crowd mic on.
Yeah, well, maybe, but maybe not. The reason is that you're looking for some consistency, and the referees want to. The game's starting to get a little more physical, and that shot is missed, and so it's getting a little more physical. So they are correct in the fact that they need to blow the whistle. But again, going back to that swinging the arms, there's something that predicated that ahead of time where she got hit a couple of times and trying to protect herself. But Kamiak having all kinds of trouble, and they finally get it ahead. And if I'm the coach of Kamiak, I would like to get the ball into Brooke Erlinson. Has Erlinson scored in the second half? Number 5 for Kamiak. She has not. I don't even remember her getting a touch. She had 10 points in the first half, minute to go in the third quarter.
I see you checked with your assistant.
I checked with my statistician, who happens to be my boss. And ball kicked out of bounds by the T-Wolves. So 29-25, a little bit of chaos going on.
They'd run to the locker room to get the ball.
Neither team having a lot of offensive rhythm here. Try to run out of bounds play. I saw some air screens, which means they didn't screen anyone. And Erlinson finally gets the ball, and she's been solid. And Curtin doing a good job on the defensive end here in the third quarter on her. Now she has it out top. Shot clock just down to 13. And Nyla George.
Oh, hello.
Freshman. Nyla George with the 3 ball. 5'9" wing player, and Kamiak back within 1. Now Koenig has been expending just a ton of energy, and if you want to stop her on the sideline, you got to get your foot on the sideline. So Koenig with a miss, rebound putback, and a lot of contact. That should be called on Avery Hare, and it is. 4 fouls called on Kamiak, 3 so far on Jackson, and that is the 3rd foul on Avery Hare. Somewhat of an important game at 1-0. Kamiak with an opportunity to win their first couple of league games, and Jackson certainly doesn't want to fall to 0-2. So, and mishandling the ball. And Merwin comes up with it for Jackson. Mechanic, 3 ball on the way. No good. Going down the lane. Oh. Opportunity. Couldn't quite get it. 29 points for the Jackson Timberwolves, 28 for the Knights. We'll be right back here on STSPN for the 4th quarter.
Since 2003, Gamut 360 Holdings has been recognized as a premier local builder of new homes and commercial properties in the Puget Sound area. Our 360-degree construction approach matches first-class materials with the highest construction standards to create truly unique and timeless communities for our Northwest neighborhoods. Visit Gamut360.com and discover the home that matters most to you.
Welcome back. Mike Buckles here on STSPN along with Todd Elvig. And we've got a close game here at the end of the 3rd quarter. Jackson holding on to that slim 1-point lead. And the Timberwolves will have first possession. And Kamiak came back with 12 points in the 3rd quarter. 12 points in a quarter is the most that any team has scored. Neither one of these teams have been putting up lots and lots of points. So a lot of it's been about the defense here, but a lot of missed shot opportunities as well. Jackson trying to get something going here against that zone. And Koenig gets the ball inside to Curtin with a nice pass. Curtin, jump ball as she is tied up. Didn't keep the ball up high and brought it down where someone could grab it, and that is another turnover. 29-28, still that 1-1-2 press. And a little bit too long of a pass for Polina Startsev, as she thought one of her teammates was going to run the post pattern. Instead, they hooked back. So another turnover. High screen and roll. Excellent screen by Curtin. And Curtin also rolls to the hoop, almost gets the rebound. And I'll tell you what, the teammates for Jordan Poria need to call out those screens because those hurt. Poria pulls up, doesn't get the roll. Inside, George. Kicks it back out. Poria again called for the travel. Poria seems to be letting some of the calls and a couple of the non-calls here affect her game a little bit. Obviously playing with a little bit of frustration. And there she gets a hand on the ball. Koenig inside. Curtin gets the layup. Nice pass by Hannah Mack. Mack took an extra dribble and she was still open. Poria comes back on the right side, has it knocked away by Koenig, 31-28. And I'm going to see if Coach Norman going to take a timeout here as a foul called going back the other way.
Quick score update here at halftime. Montlake Terrace Hawks lead the Snohomish Panthers 35-20.
That's a boys game?
It is a boys
game. And at the free throw line, Emma Merwin, good on the first one. And Margot Manilow going to check back in here for the Kamiak. And as the game tightens up, I was somewhat anticipating maybe Kamiak with the 8 seniors keeping their composure. But instead, a little bit more poise being shown by the younger players of Jackson. And Hannah Mack with the rebound. She's a nice player, just a freshman. Curtin inside, misses, knocked out of bounds. Kamiak will have the basketball looking at that 1-1-2-1 press. And broken well. Oh my, as Manilow had an open player there. Casey Archer settles, and then settles, comes back, and fouls at the other end. Had an opportunity for an open layup, and then gives up one and fouls at the other end to Jaden Curtin. So Curtin having a nice ball game tonight. Had at least one block shot.
Checking in for the Knights, number 24, Sloan Loudpack.
Doing a good job on the boards again. Curtin finishes off the three-point play, and that ups the lead to 7. So once again, inside it goes.
Travel.
Too far underneath, right idea. But I'm quite sure that Kamiak is at least up to 20 turnovers so far in this ball game, as they have had a tough time handling the ball. And there's a turnover for Jackson. Jackson probably not far behind. Inside it goes, and another travel by Poria. Didn't make the two-footed jump stop. And footwork issues. Got to make that jump stop if you're going to cross over. Inside it goes. Excellent pass. Jaden Curtin with the finish. Poria gets it over. And another turnover, as the Jackson defense has been all over. (37-28), 9-point lead with 5 minutes to go. Jackson maybe, are they going to run a little clock? No. Make a couple of passes and shoot the three.
Kind of a low-scoring affair.
I was anticipating that. I mentioned that where both teams were having some trouble putting the ball in the hoop. And if I were Jackson, I think I would be trying to pound the ball down inside to Curtin, as she's been playing very solid inside there. And another mishandle, but a foul this time on Merwin. That's going to be the 16th foul on the Timberwolves and the 4th on Merwin.
POG.
That's a maybe.
Yeah.
Inside it goes. Rebound. Grayson handling over half court, gets it to Koenig. Koenig finds Mechanic. Mechanic with the left hand. It hit one of those earlier, misses that one. Manilow up the court and throws it right to Koenig. Koenig has not, gets called for another carry. So she's going to have to adjust her dribbling because the referees, they're going to be talking about that over the course of the year. And
they're going to talk about it right now.
What happens is that when you learn those habits, those are tough habits to break, and if they start calling it, then that could be a problem. 37-28, Jackson over Kamiak. We'll be right back here on STSPN.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow-through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200+ national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
Welcome back. Mike Buckles here on STSPN. Wesco 4A.
They're going to talk. I bet they talked about carrying.
37-28. Well, you know, once you get that habit, it's a hard habit to break, and tough to make that adjustment just now.
Especially when you're running down the floor.
On the fly.
Yeah, when you're running down the floor, you get that ball out in front of you, and you kind of.
And you've been able to get away. There's a foul on the shot by Tess Shornack. Well, when you've been doing that, you know, especially with the dribbling, when you've been doing that forever and it never gets called and all of a sudden people are calling, you're wondering what it is that you do wrong. And your earlier coaches need to explain what the rule is. And if you have the ball like this and your thumb's pointed up, that's carry. You got to have the thumb down, and you can have it at 90 degrees, but once you do that, that is a carry. Couple of free throws.
Got the second.
Shornack, 37-29. And a lot of pressure being applied by Kamiak here. Timeout by Coach Gibb as...
That was a good timeout.
It was.
She was going to be over and back there real quick.
Hannah Mack caught that. So what you're trying to do in the press is get them right over half court.
Because then you have third person.
And all coaches have different terminology. I called that Baghdad. And I said, that's not a great place to be. So, you know, stay out of Baghdad. When you catch it there, you want to put the ball on the floor and get out of there as quickly as you can. Don't pass your teammate into trouble. 37-29, Jackson over Kamiak. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Welcome back, and off the air, Todd Elvig and I are talking about the effects and
third and fourth
player there using the sideline on the press for defense as Koenig up top against that press, or against the zone, I should say, 2-3 zone. But you got two players staring at the ball now, and you got Koenig over here on the far side, and you got to adjust up. Manilow comes up now. And Grayson has that block, kept alive, and good. Jaden Curtin with a very alert play, kept that one alive, and then knew the clock was winding down and got the hoop. She's done a good job tonight at both ends of the floor. And also, and there is the first basket of the second half for Brooke Erlinson. And it was not Curtin who was guarding her at that point, so she's done a good job of shutting Erlinson down here in the second half as well. Giving ground reluctantly is Kamiak, but 2:45 to go. They're down 8. They're going to have to get out and create some turnovers, as they did here. Manilow, one dribble and dead, didn't go anywhere. You don't like to see that. Looking inside, and they get it in. Turn and shot up, does not draw iron for Loudenbach. And again, Kamiak having some shooting issues. Ball goes to the corner to Mechanic. And into the high post. Merwin inside, almost with the hoop, but going to the line will be 5'10", the junior, Jaden Curtin.
Fouls on Brooke Erlinson, her first.
Erlinson with just her first foul. That will be the 17th foul, so the Wolves shooting 1-1 at least for the rest of the quarter. Nayela George, Jordan Poria return.
So guys,
missing a pair for Curtin as the overall shooting woes for both teams. But Jackson still with the better of it, an 8-point lead. Inside it goes. And shot up, leaves it short. Going to go back to Jackson.
Start of the fourth quarter over at Kamiak. The boys 34 and the Jackson boys 41.
So not a whole lot of difference in the defensive struggle there. Good pressure by the Knights. All the way up, full court, looking and looking, and George comes in, slaps it away, but does a Bobby Wagner imitation and plows into Mechanic, so Mechanic's going to go to the line. And that's actually what you want here if you are Kamiak, is to go for the ball, and if a foul happens, the clock is stopped, because they are 3 possessions down right now with 1:53 to go. And Mechanic, though, makes good on the first, so still 3 possessions down, assuming those are all 3 balls. So realistically, it's 4 possessions down. Mechanic good on a pair. Nice shooting touch. Mishandled again. Kamiak trying to get over, press bothering them. A lot of dribble to not enough pass, and battle for the ball and white ball as Koenig, wearing the white jersey, knocks it off of a Kamiak Knight. Full court man-to-man press, so the defense has changed now and goes inside. Jackson can run some clock here against the man-to-man. Koenig gets to the rim and lays it in. Inside it goes. Jackson going to need some 3-point attempts here. Jackson comes up with it, and that really with 1 minute, a little over a minute to go. And there's a foul. Poria reaches in and draws contact on Matt Koenig, who's going to go to the line, and we're still 9 team fouls, so it's still going to be a 1-and-1. Koenig with a good floor game tonight. Had some trouble with turnovers. Also, and kind of has that habit of the carry, so that affected it as well. Nayela George down with the rebound. Goes all the way, shoots, has some contact. They declare a block shot by Curtin. So Curtin with her second block. We're going to have a timeout with Jackson leading 56.6 to go, 44 to 31 over Kamiak. We'll be back after this commercial break.
Did you know that Speedway Chevrolet is part of the Lee Johnson Auto family? That means 84 years of serving you the LJ way. Need a truck? We have the perfect truck to fit your needs. Half tons, 1 ton, 2-wheel drives, and 4-wheel drives. Our finance specialists are here to help you, whether you have good credit or bad credit. We're just off Highway 522 at West Main Street in Monroe.
Lee Johnson Auto Family, the LJ way.
Welcome back. Mike Buckles here along with Todd Elvig. And close game for a while. Jackson using their full court defensive pressure and some good balanced play out on the floor in the inside presence of Jaden Curtin and the ball hawking of Mac Koenig. And Curtin comes down with a rebound and gets tied up. Jackson keeps possession, however. Curtin doing a good job on the jump. Koenig passes the ball ahead. Wow. The foul is called on the shot. Emma Merwin going to go to the line for 2. Skims out of there. Well, it's all been about full court pressure tonight here, and Jackson's gotten the better of that as Merwin misses a pair. Nyela George, solid freshman for Kamiak. She looks like she's going to have a really good high school career. She's playing varsity as a freshman and seems to have some good court sense. And foul on on Jackson, but that is just their 6th. 15.7 seconds, and Mechanic almost comes up with another steal. We're down under the final 9 seconds. A lot of standing around. And a 5-second call, closely guarded. Another turnover for Kamiak. So with 2.3 seconds to go, Jackson's going to go to 1-1 in league. Kamiak will fall to 1-1. And the final score, 44-31. And we will be back with our player of the game right after this break here on STSPN.
Every year, thousands of groups depend on Adrenaline Fundraising to help reach their financial goals. Adrenaline Fundraising is about developing leaders through commitment, work ethic, and follow through. Adrenaline has several products including gold cards, coupon books, cookie dough, donation programs, and many other options to help teams raise the funds needed for their programs. Adrenaline's new app called UpPay will help teams raise money while providing their supporters the ability to earn cash back on everyday purchases at places like Starbucks, Nike, Red Robin, and over 200 plus national retailers. Adrenaline Fundraising is this season's sponsor of the STSPN's Play of the Game Award.
Welcome back to STSPN. This is Mike Buckles here, and I'm with the player of the game that we have selected tonight. It is number 40, the forward, Jaden Curtin, a 5'10 junior for the Jackson Timberwolves. Nice job out there tonight.
Thank you.
Excellent team effort. Tell us about the game plan going in.
We knew that they were good shooters, so close out on shooters and sagging to help each other if they drove.
I thought your teammates did a nice job of looking inside and getting the ball to you when you needed.
Yeah, for sure.
And also tell us about your individual defensive effort, what adjustments were made at halftime.
We weren't being fast enough. Me personally, I got called out for not being fast enough in transitions and helping my teammates and being in the right position on whoever I was guarding. So I tried to make those like little fixes to help.
Yeah. Nice job tonight. Both teams very similar some ways in the way that you played, both incorporating the full court press, but the Wolves got the better of that tonight.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So do you ever step out and launch any three balls when you're out there?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not,
No.
huh? Is that maybe something in the future you're going to look forward to adding to your repertoire out there?
Definitely. We're definitely working on it in practice. Not quite there to put it in a game yet.
Okay. Our player of the game tonight, and we have a T-shirt for you. I only have the one arm, so I'm going
Thank you so
to
much.
hand it to you. And if you would hold that up,
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
brought to you by Adrenaline Fundraising and my good buddy David Wright, who runs Adrenaline Fundraising up here. And one more time. So our player of the game tonight, junior Jaden Curtin of the Jackson Timberwolves, and I've known your coach for a long time. I don't know if you know this, but he wears sweaters like that even when it's not holiday. You know that, okay?
Yeah, he's kind of weird.
All right. Oh.
Yeah. We tell him. We let him
you
know.
tell him.
Yeah.
You let him know. All right. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yep.
All right. Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Jaden. Well done, and have a good season.
Thank you.
Okay. Our player of the game, junior Jaden Curtin of the Jackson Timberwolves tonight. And the final score, 44-31, Jackson prevailing over Kamiak. And don't forget to tune in. When's the next broadcast there, Todd? Tomorrow night? At Everett, obviously. Kingston boys coming across from the peninsula to play the Everett Seagulls down in the pit. Tip-off time scheduled for 7:15. Is that right? Okay. All right, so on behalf of Todd Elvig and myself, Mike Buckles, I want to thank you for joining the broadcast, and don't forget to tune in tomorrow, and that does it for tonight.